Hello everyone. So we are back with the session of Microsoft Office, MS Office, and there we have started with the last thing, that is MS Excel. Now Excel, we all know why we use the Excel. That is basically for creating the tabular presentation, using the formulas, and that is the reason why we use the Excel. Let's say if you want to calculate the total of something, if you want to put any kind of formula, we use this Excel. So we'll just start with the Excel first. Now in Excel, today we will be talking about the home menu, some of the features which are left in home menu, and then we will start with the insert menu. So first what we need to do is we have to open our Excel sheet. Let me just share my screen. This is how the Excel sheet looks like. Now in Excel, we have already done this clipboard, font and alignment and numbers. So here we have already done. Now what do you mean by this style? The conditional formatting, format a table and cell style. So if we talk about the first feature, that is conditional formatting. Conditional formatting means if you want to highlight in cell, you want to have top down rule, data bar, color scale. So we use this conditional formatting. Let's say top bottom rule. If we want to apply top bottom rule, we cannot apply the top bottom rule right now. Let me just create a quick data. This is the data which I have created. Now if I go for conditional formatting, if I click on top bottom row, let's say I click on top 10 items. Now for top 10, I do not want on top 10, I just want top 6 items. Now what top 6 item, I want green fill with dark green color. So if I click on OK, see only this thing got highlighted. Why only one cell got highlighted? Because I didn't select it from which all number I wanted the top 5 data to be highlighted. Now for that, what I have to do is I just have to select. Let me just remove the editing. I'll just select all the cells where I want top 5 numbers to be highlighted. Let's say I've selected this. I go to top bottom row. I want top. No, I want top 5 items to be highlighted with the green color with dark green fill. Okay, so can you see this got highlighted? Now it's not that you can use it only for this specific cell. Let's just create a complete table. Let's just create a complete table with the proper names. That is, here we'll go with the, let's have the marks card. Okay, so for marks card, what we are going to do is Samriddhi, Arun, Karun, Karun, okay, so these are the students in our class. Now we have these students and we have conducted the exam. Now in exam, let's say it's English, maths, science, Hindi. These are the 4 subjects and they have scored the following marks. Let's say we'll just give them the marks. just creating a table because we have to use this conditional formatting options. So this is our table which is created. And now first thing is we want this conditional formatting. We want to highlight the first. Let's select this. Okay, we have selected this. Now we want to highlight the top 3 numbers. Now see, if I've selected everything and if I go with this and if I just highlight top 3 numbers, you know, top 3 numbers from the entire table will be highlighted. But I do not want that. I just want that for every subject, the top 3 marks should be highlighted. So for that, what I have to do is I have to select the individual column. I have to go with top 3 numbers. Okay. Same way, I have to do the same thing over here. Selected this. Yes. We have to select the second one. In this, again, we have to go with conditional formatting. We have to go with this. We'll go with top 3 numbers, enter. Again, that is selected. For this, again, conditional formatting, top 3 numbers. So now what, see, this is a small data, you know, only 10 students are there. So it is very easy to see and find out the person who got the top 3 marks. But when they have 50 students, you cannot find that very easily. So for that, we use this Excel. Now here, all these students who have got top marks, top 3 students for each and every subject, we have got the details. We can see the top 3 students for each of the subject. Now here, the second option, which we this is highlighted cell. Now highlighted cell, first option, highlighted cell. In highlighted cell, all the cells which will have the number greater than, less than, between, equals to, or text that contains certain things, duplicate value, all those things will be highlighted. Let's say if I select this entire table, if I go with conditional formatting and I go with duplicate values, I want to select duplicate values and all the duplicate values should be highlighted with red border, not red borders, green filling. So see, all the duplicate values are being highlighted. 68, 68. You'll see the duplicated values are being highlighted over here. Same way, if I want to highlight the numbers greater than, let's say the numbers greater than 80, and I want them to be in the green color. I'm just changing the color so that you can understand. So all the numbers which are greater than 80 are being highlighted over here. So that is how we use this table, this conditional formatting. Now this first option, the second is top bottom rule. Top 10, bottom 10, bottom 10 percentage, above average, below average. So if you give the average thing, so what you want, what's exactly you want to be highlighted over here, that will be highlighted using the conditional formatting. The third option which we see in conditional formatting is data bar. See how it is getting. Now data bar means it has taken the number as 100. 100 is the maximum number. So as per the data, it's getting highlighted. Now color scale, it's just highlighting. It's just using the different color shades for that. Icon set, if you want to use the icon, it's just using the icon set for the same. So this is how the things work. So this is how we use this conditional formatting option. Now let's go to the second one. That is format as table. Now here, if you want to format your table, again, whatever you want to do, first thing is you have to select the area, you have to select the table. Something you have to select if you want to apply any kind of formatting. See, if you do not select anything over here, all the formatting which you will do will not be applied. For applying the formatting, it is important that you just format everything. You just select the thing where you want that formatting to be done. Now, if I go for format cell, which kind of table I want, you just have to select it. Let's say I want this. See, this is how it is created. Now, how I want to arrange them, let's say I want to sort from A to Z. See, A to Z can. Now, I just want to sort it from Z to A. The reverse order came. Or I just want to text filter. If I want to sort, let's say I do not want Tarun and Samriddhi over here. Okay. Can you see? Tarun and Samriddhi are removed. But let's say, no, I want that. So let me just add Tarun and Samriddhi again. Okay. Then here we have this text filter option, equals, does not equal, begins with, ends with. So how you want to filter your text? You want to apply any of these things? You can apply that. You can sort by color, custom sort. If you want to do that, you have that option. So what you have done, you have selected the table and you have got this. Now here, if you want to add it, you can simply add it. This is name. This is English marks, it's maths marks, science, and healthy. Now I do not want this column. So what should I do? I can simply delete. So this is my table. This is how it's looking, but I want all the borders. So I can go with all borders as well. Okay. So this is how my table is going to look. So what I have done for this, what I did, I've just selected this and I have done the format table. So medium, high, see. So again, you can do now here what you can do if you want to select this, whatever you want to select. Let's say 99, you want to remove 99, you don't want that marks, you can remove that. So that is the use of format as a table. Next is the cell style. Remove the formatting. Cell style. Now, if we go to cell style, which cell style you want? So these are the themes. Can you see the changes if I am just selecting this this style? Can you see the changes in the style which is coming? So that is the cell style. Any doubts in these three things? That is conditional formatting, format as table, and cell style. Do you have any doubt in these three things? No? Okay. So we can go to the third option. The third option is cell. Now see, when you are writing the data, let's see in between you just wanted to add something and you forgot. So what people usually do is people just see from after Karunya, I want to add something. People just select the data, they just do the control X, they go to this line and they paste it, right? They do this and they just make this row empty. But see, is it really necessary to do this thing? Don't we have any other way? Or some of the people, let's say only 2-3 lines are written, they just erase that thing then and they again enter the entire data. If you have to work this way, then what's the need of using the Excel? Unnecessary. You are putting extra time. You're using extra time for finishing of this work, and that is not useful. That is not of any use. So in that situation, what you can do is, instead of doing this, let it be here only. You have this option of cell insert. You have this option of insert. What do you want to insert? Do you want to insert cell? You want to insert sheet row? You want to insert sheet column? Now we'll explore the features one by one. Insert cell. I want to insert these cell. Now here, I want to insert this cell. See, the cell got inserted. Now I want to insert the sheet row. The sheet row got inserted. Now here I have placed my selected. I want to insert the sheet column. Okay? The column got inserted. So why to delete the data? See, I want to insert the sheet, a new sheet. Can you see a new page where everything went? Because if you're going to see down, you'll see sheet 1 and sheet 2. Now when we clicked on insert a sheet, insert sheet, so new sheet, a new page got inserted that you can see from down. So here, if you want, you can rename the sheet. For renaming the sheet, you just have to click on the right arrow. You have this option that is rename. See, this is how you can rename all the sheets. Now here, whenever you want to create that, let's see, you want to create separate sheets for all the sections. So for that, instead of creating the separate Excel file for all the sections, you can just create one Excel file. Along with that, multiple sheets can be inserted over here. That is how you are going to work. Now here, the next option is delete. Delete means delete cell, delete sheet row, delete sheet column, and delete sheet. Now, if I am on sheet 2 and if I click on delete sheet, so that entire sheet, can you see? Now we cannot see the sheet 2 name over here because the entire sheet got deleted. Same way, this is sheet 1. If I click on delete option, I click on delete sheet, the entire sheet got deleted. So there are two ways of deleting the sheet. Either you can go to that sheet, you can click on right arrow and you'll get the option to delete the sheet. Second option is you can simply go to this delete option and you can click delete sheet. If I click on delete sheet now, so the sheet which is opened over here will also get deleted. Now, what is delete cell? Delete cell means, can you see my cursor is placed in A11? I hope you all know how to read the name. If you do not know how to read the name of a particular cell, just check the name in the name box. This is the name box. You can check the name in the name box. Now it is an A11. I just want to delete, not A11, sorry, it won't be delivered. So here I have written the text and I just want the cell to get deleted. This cell to get deleted. So for deleting this cell, if I click on delete cell, now if I'm deleting a cell in between, we all know that whenever we delete something in between, that space cannot be left blank, right? That is not going to either row is going to shift, a column is going to shift. So something is going to shift up or left, right? Something is going to shift. So here it is shift cell up and shift cell left. You want the cell to shift towards the left, this cell to shift over here, or you want the cell, this cell to shift up. So let's say I want the cell to shift up. Now see the changes, how it's affecting. If I click on shift cell up, So now shifting the cell up wasn't a good choice because what happened here also the cell shifted up and these marks are down only. Can you see there was no shift in the marks? Right, so this way it's not going to work. So what should we do? We have to find out some way. So here, when we do not want, whenever you are shifting the cell from one place to another, make sure nothing is there near or below that, because this will happen. It will create the data problem. So in that case, see, here two cells are there, here nothing is there. So I want this entire thing to be deleted. So for that, I'll go to delete cell. I'll click entire row. If I click entire column, this thing will get deleted. But I want this row 9 to get deleted. I click on entire row. I'll click on OK and see the entire thing got deleted. The entire row got shifted up. Same way, if I want to delete this also, I'll click on delete entire row and OK. This is how the table came back normal. Now the second option is delete sheet row. If I click on delete sheet row, see the above, the entire row, the selected sheet row, entire row got deleted. Right? Same way, if I am going to click on delete sheet column, the entire column will get deleted and everything will be moving forward. See, one thing you have to understand that there cannot be space in between. Let's say you want to delete this cell. If you delete this cell, something is going to come at that place to fill that gap. You cannot keep a gap at that place. That is not possible that you just keep some gap at that place. That is not possible. So something is going to shift to this place. Either the cell will shift up or this cell will shift right. From here, it is not going to shift here from right to left. It's not possible because again, we do not have anything over here to replace this gap. From up to down is again not possible because we do not have anything up to replace there. So that is why we just have two options. Whenever we are deleting the sheet, we just have two options. The first option which we have is shift the cell up, and the second option which we have is shift the cell towards the left. Now, next is format. In format, as you can see, we have so many options. The first option is row height. If you want to format the height of the row, let's say this is the row which we have selected and we want to format the height of this row. Now for formatting the height of this row, what I'll have to do is I'll select that cell, I'll click on format, I'll click on row height, what row height I want. Let's say I want it to be 60. You see, okay, the change is not visible. Let's again format that. You see, now only on this things are not going to work. Okay, it will be changed for the entire row. Okay, whatever change you are going to bring, it will be affected. It will be there on the entire row, not on a specific place. Next option is auto fit height. Now, auto fit height means if I click on auto fit height, see what is the height, how much thing is being written, that will happen, and accordingly the height of the row will be adjusted. Same way, column width, if I want to increase the width of the column, you see this is how the width of the column increase. Now there are two ways. One way is you can use the format option, drop down arrow, and you can adjust it from here. The second way is as soon as you go to the specific line, can you see a plus sign coming? Now this plus sign, if you are going to drag this plus sign, you can increase the width of the column. If you are going to drag this row side, you can increase the height of the row. So there are both the options available. Now, if we click on default width, okay, by clicking on default width, we'll get the normal width, which is there for the specific row and column. Now, in this, the next option which we have it, hide and unhide. You want to hide a row. Let's say I want to hide a row. So that row got hidden and I just got a line over here, which means that there is a row which is hidden over there. There is a hidden row. Now, if I want to see that thing, I'll click on unhide row and that row will automatically come back. Many times it happens, no, that we are showing the result and we do not want that some results to be shown to all the person, or some data which we want to hide, we do not want to show. So it's going to create two separate sheets. So instead of creating the separate sheets, you can simply use the hide from format. You can simply use this hide and unhide button. Now in hide and unhide button, what will happen if you want to hide the entire row? The row will get hidden. If you want to hide the entire column, that will get hidden. But when you are doing that, you will always get this line which will make you understand that there is something hidden content in this file. You have to understand that how the Excel works. Let's say you have got Excel sheet and you just see this thing and the person told I have shared the entire detail and by mistake he just forgot to unhide the file. So seeing this, you should know that there is some hidden content. So for that, you have to go to format. You have to click on unhide column. This entire column. Okay. Next option is remove sheet. Move or copy the sheet. Now tab color. If you want any specific color for the tab, this tab color is for the lower side. Can you see here? This is the tab. Here the color is getting changed, not over here. So if you want to change the color, you can use the option of tab color. Now, after this, after the tab color, next is protect sheet. If you want to protect the sheet, if you want to lock the cell, if I click on lock cell, the cell got locked. Now unlock cell. This is how the lock cell and unlock. Format cell means how you want to format. Let's somebody you want to write it number, decimal. So what you want to format, you can go to the format cell option for using the formatting tools. Now with this, we have completed the cell option, that is insert, delete and format. Along with that, we have also completed conditional formatting, format as table and cell style. Any doubts over here in these two things? Yeah, okay. The next thing which comes is the editing part. This is the editing part. First is sort and filter. Now let's see, I have selected this thing and I want to sort it from A to Z. Can you see? Only the number got sorted and the marks are up down. Yeah, the marks are up and down. You cannot see the marks properly. So the marks which Ayushi got have been replaced by some other person, because what I did, I just sorted this thing. So if you want to go for the sort, make sure you are always selecting the entire table. If I select the entire table, if I click on sort and filtering and sort A to Z, now just look at the table. See, everything got changed. Arushi was having this marks. When Arushi name came on the first with the according to the alphabet, the entire table came on first. You know, her marks, English, math, science marks also got changed. Why this happened? Because I have selected the entire table. If I do not select the entire table, only the first number will change and the rest, everything will be left there only. So that is why it is important that you change the entire thing. You select the entire thing and then you use this sort and filtering option. Yeah, if I want to sort from Z to A, if I click on this, so entire thing will get changed. Earlier, what was happening? Only the column, first column was getting changed. What was sorting as per the name, and rest everything was same. So there was a confusion with the marks. The marks which Tarun scored, the marks which Tarun scored went to Abhay. The marks Abhay scored went to Arun. So there was confusion with the marks. So always remember, whenever you are using the sorting option, you are always selecting the entire table. Now, next thing which we see in editing is auto sum. Now, what is the meaning of auto sum? Now here, let's say you want to get the total of each person. You want to get the total of each person over here. So we'll go with auto sum. We'll put the formula. Let's say it has automatically selected. If you think no, it's not selected, you can even stretch it. Let's say here the row selected is wrong. I just want, you can enter the numbers over here. That is, it is C. Can you see? I want C3 till F5. This is done. Enter. Now I do not have to write the formula again and again. I can simply drag and copy. So here the formula automatically came for C4 to F4. So this is how it made my work easier, and I have got the total. So let me write total. Now I want the percentage. Average. So if let me just go with the average first. So if I want to have the average, okay, we have already written that. Okay, let's not go with this average one. Just one second. Now, what do I want is I want the, okay, percentage option is not there. I want to see that this student Tarun, what is his maximum mark? So I will go to max. Here I'll go to max. So from this, the maximum, we are not going to consider this one, right? So what we'll do, I'll just write it till F. So this is 92 is his maximum mark. Same way I want to apply for everyone. So I have got the maximum score scored by the highest marks scored by the students in all these subjects. So that is how I have got the maximum marks. Same way I can go with the minimum marks also. Now this I can do for the subject wise also. Let's say here I want to check in English who got the minimum marks. What is the minimum marks? If I click on minimum from here to here, the row is selected, click on enter. You'll see that, okay, this is the person who got the minimum marks. Same way I'll get for all the subjects. Like for maths, 55 was the minimum marks. For science, 41 was the minimum marks. And for Hindi, 48 was the minimum marks. So this is how things are done. Now I want to arrange the name of the students as per the maximum marks received by them. So for that, what I'll have to do, I have to select the entire row. I'll just sorted as per the Yes. So here, let's say I want to find the 3 person who have got the highest mark. So for this, I'll just select this one. Now here, what I have the option of, now I want to sort it as per the numbers. So here, from largest to smallest. See. Now here I don't have to select this row because here the formula is applied. As soon as the digits over here will change, automatically it will change. So when you apply the formula, you do not have to worry about that particular cell. So here I have got the top 3 people, toppers of the class, that is Arushi, Anubha and Tarun. Arushi has got 372, Anubha has got 343 and Tarun has got 325. So how I did that? I've just selected the entire table. I've clicked on sort and filter and I've clicked on sort from smallest to largest or largest to smallest. Same way, if I want to sort as per the name, I have to select that thing first. I have to select that column first and then I have to select the entire table. Now here, if I'll get this option, sort A to Z, sort Z to Z to F. So it depends on whichever cell you are selecting for. If it is a number, you will get the sorting option of number. If it is a name, you will get the sorting option of the name, because it will take that you want to mainly you want to sort this thing. So along with this, you want the entire data to go with the particular name only. So that is how table works. Any doubts still here? Now here fill means you want to fill the same name. If I click on down, there, if I click on down, so see, English came here. It has filled the name. If I click on right, from right the name came here. So whatever I'm going to click, let's say I want to copy the thing. So automatically that will come to that place. So that is the use of fill. Now, if I want to clear anything, clear all, cleared formats, clear content, comments, hyperlinks. So these are the clear options. So if I want to clear anything from the table, I can use this clear option. Now with this, we have completed the home menu, where today we have discussed about the styles, cells and editing. Any doubt till here? Any doubts in this table? No. So see, from there also you can set a sort, and from here also you can sort the data. But here, if we are going to sort, let's say already largest to smallest. See, now when I'm sorting over here, everything is getting changed. Even the names are getting changed. Now, names are not being on the same place, which happened when we just selected this row and we clicked on sort A to Z. So here, what happened? Only the name got changed. Marks didn't got changed. But now when I'm selecting it from here, let's say I want it from smallest to largest, you see the entire thing is getting changed. Even the names are getting changed. The marks are getting changed. So the marks are going with the same specific person to whom we have given the marks. So everything is getting changed over here. With this, we have completed the sort option. Now, the second thing which we are going to start in next class is the insert option. Now, in an insert, just giving you the brief outline of what we will be discussing in insert. Insert, you have the tables. First, inserting the table. Second is the illustrations. Illustrations are the same thing which we have used in the MS Word, MS PowerPoint, that if you want to insert a picture online pictures, you want to insert a shape, you want to insert icon, 3D model, smart art, screenshot. So all these things, all the 7 things are same. Then we have add-ins. Add-ins is again the same thing. If you want to add a Word document, if you want to add something which will make it easy for you, for your quick access, you can go for add-ins. Then we have the chart option. We have different charts, pie chart, bar chart. So here usually chart options in Word and Excel, the chart option was available over here. If you click on chart, you used to get a different chart. But here they have put this separate chart option and everything is over here. This is one type of chart. This is the 3D map. This is a spark lines. That is line, column, win and lose. Then is the filters. If you want to provide any kind of lines, text, and then equation and symbols. So these are all the things which we will be discussing in the next session, where we will be talking about the insert menu. Now, any doubts till here? No. If you don't have any doubts, then we have come to the end of this session of MS Excel. Now in next session, when we will discussing about insert, I just want all of you to please explore all the features which were there in home. Because see, Excel is something which you cannot rectify. You have to practice and then only you can come up with the doubts if you have not understood anything in the Excel. So make sure you are just exploring all the features, and once you explore all the features, if you find any kind, if you have any type of doubt, just get back to me. So we are done for today's session. Bye bye. Have a wonderful day. Take care. We'll have 2 more sessions lined up for the day, and the 2 more sessions which we have today are interview skills and goal setting. Okay, bye bye. Have a wonderful day.